Hey guys, welcome back, and today we are looking at how to get leather in Palworld. Where do we find it and how do we get it? Now there are two ways to get leather, and the first is by farming it. Leather is really useful in Palworld because, among other things, you can craft Daydream's necklace, which means you can have two pals active on the field at one time. You can see my little purple Daydream following me around here. Leather also lets you craft Nightwing saddle, so you can ride around in Palworld on your very own flying mount. This unlocks at level 50. And the good thing is, leather is ridiculously easy to farm. All you have to do is defeat or capture pals who drop the material. These pals are Foxparks, Ruby, Malpaca, and Fear Deer. These are the four earliest pals you can get leather from, and you can farm them all in one place. This place is called Forgotten Shores, and it's to the northeast from the starting area. Ruby seems to be the most abundant here, but while you're here, you can also feel free to farm leather from the Roaming Deer and the Malpaca pals as well. Loads of opportunities to hunt leather on the Forgotten Shores. You will get tons of leather in no time. You could also head into a nearby cave you see and farm fuddlers and noxes. Those are also an option, but if you want to keep it simple, stick to the shoreline and target the low level rubies. You might also see some foxbarks roaming around. Feel free to hit them up for leather as well. These should be level 4 and won't put up much of a fight. Once you've eliminated every pal in the vicinity and you've completely run out of pals, you can go back to your base and sleep and they will respawn. Or if you want a new area to farm leather, head to the area just north of the base near where the giant Mammo Rest is. This is right next to the fast travel point called Grassy Behemoth Hills. There are plenty of Foxparks here to farm leather from, and they are again really low level, so you won't have much difficulty. Easiest fight of your life. Just make sure not to accidentally hit the Mammo Rest because that will be a bad time. And last on the leather farming circuit, head to the Volcanic Trench area, as this has loads of the alpaca pals wandering around that can be knocked out or captured for leather, further adding to your massive leather pile. So that's the circuit I recommend to keep the leather coming. Another way to find leather really easily in Palworld is to simply open up your Paldeck and choose a leather producing pal. So any of the pals I've just mentioned. Now select the habitat screen and it will show you the exact locations you can find them on your map. These areas will be highlighted in yellow. So head to any of these yellow areas and you will find a leather producing pal. From there, just farm them, knock them out or catch them, and you will get leather. I've mentioned a few pals that drop leather in the game, so Foxparks, Malpaca, Direhowl, Vixie, the Deer ones, and Ruby, but here is a complete list of all the pals that drop leather in Palworld. A very long list. You won't see most of these pals for hours and hours yet. I'm level 15 at the moment and I haven't seen about half of these, but it's really good to see just how frequently you can get leather in this game. It's a really common material. So if you're ever stuck for leather, just roll the dice and target any pal you see, and chances are they'll probably drop leather. Now that's how to farm leather, but there's actually a different way to obtain the material, and that's by farming money. With money, you can buy leather instead of farming it. To buy leather with money, head to the Wandering Merchant in the small settlement. This is a little town to the west across the water from where you start. Here you'll find a merchant who sells leather for just 150 gold a piece. That's not much at all considering how easy money is to come by in Palworld. You can find money in chests, which are plentiful, and also by taking out human enemies. Just playing the game normally will get you thousands of gold in just a few hours. I haven't even tried to get money in this game and I've already got thousands, so spending money is a great way to get extra leather. But this isn't the only merchant in Palworld, of course. There is another secret merchant in the game. This is not related to leather, I just thought it was quite interesting. I came across this guy, he's called the Black Marketeer, and he is in the abandoned mine. Now he has a really interesting mechanic. To find him, go here on your map. When you see these little fences leading in to the entrance, go in there and you will find the Black Marketeer. Now what he does is let you sell unwanted pals for a special resource. You can then use this resource to buy any pal that he sells. It's really useful if you've got a bunch of low-level rubbish pals that you want to get rid of, but you want to get something in return. But anyway, this video is about leather, and leather is really useful in Palworld, not just because it lets you craft mounts and items for your pals, but because it also lets you craft superior armor. This gives you way more protection when fighting tough pals and is a downright necessity on higher levels. But anyway, hopefully I've showed you a bunch of ways you can get leather in Palworld, which is either by farming it from pals or buying it from merchants. That's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like on the video, and for more Palworld guides, subscribe to the channel.